Hey, I'm Grant with Geotrek, and I'm very excited to be standing in front of our 170 layout. It's backed by popular demand, and we're sticking to our principles of great product for an accessible price point. Come on, let's check it out. Here we are inside the Geotrek 170 layout. This van is going to be 3.5 feet longer than a comparable 144 Sprinter. So if you really value that interior space, maybe you got kiddos, you're living in here full time, this is the chassis for you. So starting up front, we got 2 swivel seats, we got a rooftop tent, microwave, fold down bench seat, north-south bed, bunch of storage. I'm going to walk you through all the features. So starting up front here, we have 2 swivel seats. So your driver and passenger van seat are going to turn 180 degrees to turn into this lounge area. Behind that, we have a fold-down double jump seat. This has seat belts so you can carry passengers, but also kind of completes this 4-person sitting area. We have a lagoon table in the middle, which is removable. If you ever want to put that in the back, there's another mount. But essentially, we just make this convertible lounge area up front that is super useful for hanging out, playing cards, eating dinner. We love this area, and it's one of the big perks of a 170 wheelbase. Just above the front seats here, we have the Geotrek headliner shelf. We love this option for accessible storage. It's in a great spot up front. So right now we have our window covers in here. A lot of times we see folks stuff their puffy jacket in there, dog leash, whatever you're using on a regular basis. This is awesome. Just behind our headliner shelf here, we have the 800-watt microwave. So this thing is sweet, obviously, for heating up food super quick, coffee. Just really convenient to have a microwave in your van. Like I said, this one is 800 watts, which makes it very power efficient, and that just lives right overhead as a part of your upper cabinets. Moving along, we have upper cabinets spanning the entire length of the van. This is a Geotrek signature. We love a bunch of storage space on the driver's side, so we just incorporate these uppers on all of our builds. These are made out of Baltic birch and bamboo plywood, which we have found are very silent together. Some combinations of wood will really squeak as you're going down the road, which gets incredibly annoying. So something we've worked very hard on in our builds is making everything silent. So we have things like felt tips on the corners. We've messed with a bunch of different latches when landed on these, which really just lock in your cabinet. You can see I can't even get this to make any noise. Super important. That goes for all of our cabinets in here. On the driver's side here, we have our kitchenette cabinet. On the counter, we have a outlet. So we have 2 AC outlets, 2 USBs, and a USB-C. To the left of that, we have our induction stove. Now, this is one of a couple options that we offer for this. It's inset in the counter. So we have a 2-burner inset induction stove. You can also do a free-floating single burner that just lives in your drawer here, or you just go no stove at all. We love induction because it's very safe for an enclosed space like a van, and it's also just quite efficient for cooking based on just power. Below that, we have our drawer. We have some dividers in here that are removable for things like silverware storage. Moving over here, we have our sink. This is referred to as a farm sink, essentially meaning it's full size and has extra depth. I'm a kitchen person and really value having a full-size sink. We've gotten a lot of similar feedback from our customers, so that's what we threw in here, and we've gotten great remarks on it. Moving over, we have our counter cubby. This is a newer add-on from us, so allows for some storage for spices, cooking ingredients, just a great addition to your countertop. This is the Dometic 115-liter fridge freezer. We love this thing because it's very efficient with our power system. 12 volt. It's got plenty of storage for several days of food. We've got a fridge compartment down low, freezer up top. Awesome option for storing several days of food. Below our sink here, we have our gray water setup. So we have a 5-gallon tank here that has a quick disconnect. Now the reason we do that is we allow the option to either collect your gray water in this tank or run it straight out the bottom of the van. Pros and cons to both, and we like to offer the choice. Also some extra storage down here for kitchen appliances, pots, pans, and then an inline water filter. So we're going to filter that 24 gallons of fresh water coming from the back so that it's super clean coming out of your sink. On our passenger side here, we have a big bench seat. On this 170, we have 2 lids on it because you'd hate to have one massive one that you lift up, but offers great seating area. Obviously a bunch of storage. Right now in here we have our Boxio composting toilet, and we even have a little cutout here so that you can use it inside of there if you wanted to. More storage on this side, and then obviously just a bunch of seating area to hang out. We have our lagoon table tucked up under the bed. This is the same table that we use to make the lounge area up front, and then we just move it around on different mounts. When you're done with this, I just tuck it up under the bed, lock it in. It's out of sight, out of mind, and you're ready to drive. On the back side of our bench seat here, we have a fold-down happy hour table. This is awesome just for some outdoor counter space. When you're done with it, folds right back up. Very strong magnet on here, so when you're riding, it just stays locked. On our passenger side wall here, we have the S-Bar heater thermostat. Now this thing's going to sense the ambient temperature inside of your van. You can set it to a certain temperature, you can set it to a time, and it's just going to maintain the temperature in your van. We love these for cold weather. Actually took one of these to Alaska in -40, and it kept the van pretty warm inside, about 40, 50 degrees in -40 degree outside weather, which is awesome. They're very efficient. They take a drop of fuel every couple of seconds, and just a much more efficient way to heat your van than using electricity. Below our S-Bar thermostat here, we have the EcoFlow Power Kit display monitor. We love these power kits because they're modular, so we can configure how much lithium you need based on your power consumption needs. And then they're also just super intuitive. So this screen is going to show us our input right now, which is 173 watts. That is all solar currently. And then our output is right around 100 watts with the lights on, the fridge on. So right now we are net positive. We're charging the van even while running things just with solar, which is awesome. So we love this display monitor. Just gives you a great understanding of your van's battery. Right here we have our light switch panel. Very simple. We love a physical kind of analog switch. And there's 3 zones. There's above the bed, above the kitchen, and then an under cabinet LED accent light. On the passenger side here, we have some reading lights. These are awesome. They're LED. Push of a button. It's got a USB port on the bottom, so you can charge a phone. And then they're also dimmable with the hold of the button. Above our bed here, we have the Nomadic X2 AC unit. We love this thing because it's off-grid focused. A lot of AC units, you have to plug it in. So you have to either go to an RV site, you have to find an extension cord, and you have to physically plug in your van to be able to power the thing. This is focused around efficiency and only runs off of your van's power system. You're not beholden to finding a plug to cool down your van. It does an excellent job. It's very efficient. That's the Nomadic X2. Sitting up on the bed now, obviously this is a critical component of your camper van, the sleeping area. So this is a north-south configuration, meaning we're going to sleep head at the back, feet at the front. But you'll notice we also have bump outs on it. So this customer elected to do the bump out extension as well, expands the width of your van. Generally, this is more popular with the east-west configuration, but they just wanted a mega bed, I guess. So this is awesome, bunch of sleeping space. It's actually a king-size mattress. And you'll also notice that the bed height, which is 36 inches, allows me to sit up straight. This is super important. You'd hate to be crunched over, but also allows plenty of room underneath for storage. So you can fit a bike standing up. Perfect bed height for best of both worlds. Right here we have our driver's side sliding window. We think these are super important for airflow. So we're actually going to include it in every single build we do. They're very simple. So it just slides open like this. You have a screen also that you can open up for full pass-through or shut it to keep the bugs out. Love this thing on all of our builds. Moving around to the back here, we have a couple of exterior mods. So this is a rear tire carrier. This is a bike rack, and this is a exterior storage box, which is pretty sweet for just like excess gear. Then moving into the actual inside of the van, we have our garage area for the build. We like to separate water from power. So our driver's side is going to be all the water stuff. Passenger side is going to be all of the power stuff. On the water side, we have a 24-gallon freshwater tank that actually wraps around the wheel well, just optimizes your space. And then on the upper end of this, we have some cubbies for extra storage. Here's your freshwater intake. Here's your freshwater tank fill monitor. And then we have a outdoor shower that sits right here. This is hooked up to a electric water heater, and great option for spraying off your bike, yourself, your dog, whatever it may be. On the other side here, we have the several lithium batteries in here. We have the power hub for EcoFlow, and then we also have a Starlink set up on this one. Underneath the bed, you'll notice it's pretty open concept. We found that folks have all different uses for this space, whether it's bikes or skis or dogs. So we just kind of leave it open to interpretation and open storage. Underneath here, we do have an LED light, which is great for access in the dark. And then we have these leaflets for the bed. So the bed platform is made up of 2 of these leaflets, and that just allows you to remove the whole thing should you ever need the space. One of the unique features on this van that we're very excited about is the addition of a Super Pacific cloud cap. Now this is a pass-through rooftop tent, meaning I have a access port in my ceiling here where I can climb up. See, I got my ladder set up, and this is just a sweet option if you're taking along kiddos. You got friends you're bringing for more sleeping space up top. So here we are up top, and as you can see, a bunch of space in here. This is awesome. You can definitely sleep at least 2 people up here. We've got these big window screens. These actually unzip if you ever need to just completely air it out. Got an awesome view of the front range right here. Really, really cool setup, and I'm excited to start offering these on a lot of our Geotrek builds. I think if you're bringing extra passengers for like extended full-time use, this is an excellent option. We also have a max fan integrated in the roof of this, so you can use it either inside the tent, or when this folds down like a wedge, that max fan will actually line up with the port that we just came through. So you can use it inside the van or inside the tent, depending on if it's up or down. Awesome option, Super Pacific cloud cap. Standing up on top of the roof now, and with this 170 wheelbase, we have a little bit more real estate to fit things up here. We have the pneumatic X2 AC unit, we have a Starlink flat mount, and then of course we have the Super Pacific cloud cap. On here, we have 300 watts of solar. Generally speaking, we're going to install 400 watts of solar on all of our builds, but given the amount of space that this takes up, we can only get away with 300. Still plenty for all kinds of off-grid use, and just an awesome setup on this 170. So that's the 170 from Geotrek. If you like this van and you'd like to learn more, go check out geotrekvans.com.